This week on Big.
Hey, Lisa, you coming with that light?
I got your light right here, Big Daddy.
I want to welcome you to another episode of Iron Cowboy. Hoya! Hassan Chop.
First rule of barbecuing, don't set yourself on fire.
It's never too big. It needs to be bigger.
I can't just throw any piece of meat on this grill. It's gotta be something bigger. Bigger! Bigger! Something like a 9-foot hot dog.
Hey, Frank, I'm sorry we can't open your barbecue, but your ceiling's not high enough.
In the beginning, the world was dark and cold. Then man harnessed fire. Despite its great dangers, fire brought early humans together for warmth, light, and food.
Especially food. Even in this time of microwaves and fast food, we take time to get back to our caveman roots by cooking over a fire. We call it barbecue. To honor this ancient rite, we're gonna build the world's largest barbecue, a record which has never been attempted. It'll have to be at least 15 feet tall by 20 feet wide to qualify as a Guinness World Record. Starting with heavy-duty steel for the pit, we'll build pans for the charcoal so the coals aren't way at the bottom of the grill. A moving rotisserie will let us slow cook just about anything we want. But the big concern is, with a grill rating about 6 times the heat of a normal barbecue, how do we keep from burning up? After all, who's ever cooking is gonna be standing literally over the coals. Big is giving the builders 4 days to set the Guinness World Record for the largest barbecue. If they do it, their names go in the record book. So let the build begin. To round out the team this week, I tracked down world-class grill master, David Close.
Howdy.
Dave is an award-winning barbecue chef and one of the world's largest manufacturers of barbecue pits. There's even a fan club for people who own his barbecues.
Let's do it. Have you figured out what this whole thing's gonna weigh yet?
2,000 pounds. This is the metal that we're gonna be using on the barbecue. These tubes here, 3.5-inch square steel tubes. These will be the outriggers to hold the wood on the sides. They'll also be the legs. I'll go get the sheets now. This is 10 gauge, which is just a little bit thicker than 1/8 of an inch. That'll be the box, the charcoal pans. The 1.5-inch tubes will be the frame for the grate, and then the 3/4-inch solid bars will be the grate itself. And then these 1/4x2 strips will be how we seam everything together to make it look nice and neat.
Yeah, I think with that 3/4-inch round bar and that heavy tubing, this is gonna weigh a little bit more than 2,000 pounds. You get about 12 sheets of 10 gauge at about 106 pounds a sheet. It's gonna be a big one.
Barbecue may be his bread and butter, but David's real talent is talking.
I saw a load of plates shift on the way to Oregon delivering pits, and it came off at 70 miles an hour, and it was cutting trees this big around in half.
And talking.
I hit a sandstorm. Pulled the load of Arizona coming back.
And talking.
About 3 seconds behind me. That thing was on us so fast. It looked like miles away in seconds.
All right.
I traded my girlfriend in because she didn't like shrimp. You ever met anybody that didn't like shrimp? What was next if that's the opener? You know, barbecue pits ain't rocket science.
These are the sides for the lid and for the actual pan itself. So right now I'm just measuring with the plasma cutter, and being this is copper, it runs a marking, if you can see barely. That'd be it right there. The easiest way to go ahead and measure, might as well just grab the nice piece you just cut and flip it over. Perfect.
These 3.5-inch tubes will be the braces for the barbecue's wooden outriggers. On a normal grill, outriggers hold the cook's tools, but on the Cruise Mega Grill, they'll hold the cooks. 15 feet off the ground.
We'll be 1 story high. It'll be like on somebody's balcony.
You know, you can tell I eat ground level, 10 feet high, don't matter.
But before she can eat, Big Mama's gotta cook some metal.
Can we steal you again, Lisa?
Huh?
Can we steal you again?
Another one?
Another
I'm running.
Girl, we got 4 of them. These pieces here are the charcoal pans. Since our barbecue's so big, we can't have the charcoal at the bottom like a regular barbecue. So we need to lift it up closer to the grill so we can actually cook with it.
Tighten it down good. Clank. All right.
So these are the pans where the charcoal will be, and we can adjust some height on them. And
Right there I am.
Right there.
The team strengthens the charcoal pans by folding them on a press brake instead of welding them from separate pieces. The pans will be punched with air holes to let the charcoal burn.
It took a lot of energy to pick that up.
Pick it up, because we're done. You tired?
Yeah, my arms are hurt.
Mama's tired, too.
All right,
guys,
all that weight.
First time
Tiring.
in 7 builds I've heard Mama say she is finally tired.
You know how many
Charcoal pan.
pieces of metal I picked up today?
You're done. Let's put it down. Good job, Mama.
David takes a break from the shop's tools and instead hauls out some of his own.
I want to welcome you to another episode of Iron Cowboy. Hoya! Hassan Chop. These are called bear claws. And you can actually use these to pick up the hot meats when you're serving. A good knife set with good edge on them is important. One of the smallest bottles of hot sauce I've ever seen in my life. Your Tabasco is for your punch and your kick. Hoya! Hassan Chop. This is a jacquard. It's a 64-blade tenderizer. And you just take it and you put it on the steak and just punch it.
Looks like this man knows what he's doing.
Not my first rodeo. You gotta watch how you put this mustard on though and not put it on too heavy because it will just liquefy the meat.
So wonder I stay so slim.
Yeah, well, me too. You know, never trust a skinny cook. It's a fact, Jack. That is uno perfecto. I've always said, I get a rib in your mouth, your butt belongs to me.
Isn't that nice how that was done? Let's take a look at this right here.
They say everything's big in Texas, and this rig, straight from David's workshop, may be proof. It's got a detachable grill, an 8-foot smoker, and 1/4-inch steel firebox.
Wow, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is a nice one. This is about a mid-sized pit. The heavier the pit, the better it's gonna cook because it holds the heat better.
Ooh, oh, wow, that's hot.
Yeah, that's probably about 1,000, 1,100 degrees putting out on this.
Wow.
It's not the fire, it's the metal itself that's captured the heat and it'll give it all back to you.
You built this yourself, right?
Yeah, we do these at the shop. This is a standard unit. It probably takes about a month and a half to manufacture one of
Oh,
these.
no kidding. How much food can you put in here at one time and how many people would it feed?
You would feed about 800 people per load. Hey guys, come here. Food's ready.
Oh.
Oh, let's see this.
More ribs.
You got something or what?
Oh, you bet. Set. We are set.
Oh, my.
That's nice.
Smells good.
Well, let's grab a rack of these puppies out and take them over the table.
I'll tell you, Dave, I was going to put my head in an oven. This would be the oven.
Yeah, knock your lights out, man.
I'm not bad.
Georgia and Tennessee.
There we go.
Oh, they can cook it too.
We got a ring on the shoulder?
Me.
To the welders.
And the rib. That guy can cook barbecue, I'll tell you that.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right, now tomorrow we're gonna have Cornish game hen and stuffed shrimp, so y'all come back better than sex.
When Big comes back, the builders find out there are no rest stops on the road to the world record.
Oh, exhaustion is setting in.
It's day 2, and the team can start assembling the heart of the barbecue, the pit.
There they go, running
Okay,
a
let's do it.
perfectly good piece of plate.
Watch out.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
They begin by dragging and folding the heavy sheets of steel. These 6 identical segments will be the top and bottom of the barbecue.
Section of barbecue.
One section of barbecue.
5 more to go. This job is about,
Let me see you do.
simplicity and repetition.
just saying.
Let me get it.
I'm out for the count.
But there's no rest for these would-be record breakers. The heavy segments must be seamed together with strips of steel. In addition, they'll need to get started on the rack and grill.
Any grill you can walk through is big. Trust me. Technically, the more steel you have capturing the heat, the more you get back. And that's the idea, is you don't have any energy loss. I'm an old school believer that the heavier the better. And he's already doubled the estimate of the weight of this thing. It's already up to what, 3,400 pounds now?
3,500 pounds.
Okay. I didn't know if you want me to stick. Let her do it.
We doing staggered intermittent fillet welds or chain intermittent?
A fillet weld is a triangular weld joining two perpendicular edges. Lisa's weapon of choice, a MIG welder.
What happens is metal wire runs through a tube where it's heated by electricity to the melting temperature of the base metal. The melting wire comes out of the nozzle while a bubble of inner gas covers it, protecting it from the atmosphere, preventing the wire from rusting and warping. And out comes a clean weld. MIG is a great process for production. It's faster. It's been a while since you welded, right?
15 years.
15, okay. Well, let's see how much you recall.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, I know you can cue, because I tasted that. So let me see if you can get down. Okay. Now, you went a little too fast.
Yeah.
You have a little too much wire. A good welder needs good dexterity. It's timing. It's timing. You gotta be kind of fast and slow, mellow.
There you go.
See the difference?
Yeah.
It's just the sound of the machine. It's like, oh, yeah. It's just this time and rhythm, and I just call what I get in the zone, and I'm just in my world, and I'm just feeling it, like jazz. Takes me away, like sailing, biking takes other people away. Welding takes me away. I think everybody should know how to weld.
You know, I've been thinking, I can't just throw any piece of meat on this grill. It's gotta be something bigger. Something like a 9-foot hot dog. Yeah.
Yeah?
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
What I'm wondering is if you could make, custom-made sausages to spec.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Oh, come on. Yeah, is Gordon there?
Gordon?
Yeah.
In the meat department?
Yeah.
There's nobody named Gordon in here in the meat department.
I must have a dog. No, you can. Well, yeah, I'd love to come down. Papa can tell us, one of the biggest and best sausage makers in Southern California.
We use everything from buffalo, chicken, turkey, pork, veal. We do a lot of poultry sausage, chicken, turkey, maple breakfast sausage, to red bell peppers, breakfast sausage, mild Italian, hot Italian, turkey Italian, hot turkey Italian, Santa Fe turkey sausage, chicken, maple nuts, brown sugar, sausage with mozzarella. The next step in processing and really bringing all the ingredients together.
I'm making hot dogs over here! Yeah!
This machine stuffs regular-sized hot dogs, but Big Frank's Big Frank will be made using a modified sausage stuffer.
This is what you were just stuffing. That's a normal size hot dog.
Right.
This is what we're going to use to stuff your grande hot dog in.
Let's go make a big hot dog. Okay, here we go.
Since no casing can handle Frank's request, he'll use a plastic casing that'll peel off when it's cooking time.
Oh, this is good. Bigger!
This hot dog will top out at the size of 1,000 regular dogs. Since the average American eats 70 hot dogs a year, this is almost 15 years worth.
We're out. That's all we have. Today I feel I accomplished something worthy.
Meanwhile, back at the shop, everyone's doing what they do best,
And Texas Lil that owned the Dude Ranch in Dallas area had that monster pit.
While the builders are making progress on the pit, David's spinning yarns.
Running up and down this 25-foot pit going, oh my God, I can't, what did you do? And I went, well, yeah, man, check out this knife. Got this at one of the hunting shows.
I got one right here, but I don't have to use my thumb. I could just hang onto the side of it and go like this.
Oh, no, that's nice.
Oh, yeah,
hey, check this out, man. This is folded 40 times. Look at this. Yeah, that's for grizzly bear hunting. You know what's good about this? It never runs out of ammo.
Okay, David seemed to enjoy talking to me more about welding than actually doing it. But it's okay, everybody has their strength.
Hey, Lisa, you coming with that light?
I got your light right here, Big Daddy.
Where it gets quail. You can smell that apple wood. It's absolutely delicious.
Well, I've never eaten quail.
Oh, these things are a little taste of heaven.
They're kind of cute.
You smell that? That's the smell drive a man insane.
Way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That's what I heard.
Y'all been using that one on us for about 300,000 years.
While David can't tear himself from the call of the cue,
happiness in a tray.
Hey.
The builders get going on the rack and grill.
We're making the inside frame. It's gonna drop down inside the barrel.
We've done a lot when you look at it so far with the way the structure's made. So, I mean, we're just on the roll of putting this thing together and welding it in. Okay, guys? Gals?
Okay.
This is the rack, and the grill's gonna go on top. So I've reinforced under the bottom and then stitched across the top. No meat's falling out this grill, except into my hands down the hatch. Yeah, baby.
These are the grates, kind of like on a normal grill for a barbecue. These are gonna go across the grill. What Gadget's holding onto would be the frame that these all connect to. So they're gonna go this way. These will all weld to that, and then that whole unit will come out. The grate itself will all come out.
What I'm doing here is notching the end of the tube, making a cope, so that when we put it with the other tubes, it'll fit around nicely and make for a little better weld. Always nice to have a good fit.
It's a big rack.
Because remember, this is gonna be 450 pounds when we're done.
It's never too big. It needs to be bigger.
4, 4, 3, 8. I'm laying out where the grills go. The little bars go every 4 inches all the way across to support big chunks of dead critter. We have bars already cut that go from here all the way across, and they'll be spaced every 4 inches. So this will look like your normal run-of-the-mill grills. Just like the one in your backyard. Give me a tack on this side. I'm putting these bars down 4 inches apart. I scaled this off of a regular barbecue, so that worked out to a 3/4 bar, 4 inches apart. So this should look like the genuine article. You get the spacing worked out, it really starts to look like a grill. There's plenty of welding to do.
By the end of day 2, it's obvious that the team's barbecue baron would rather be cooking on a grill than building it. With only 3 builders on deck and 3,500 pounds of metal to weld, the team may not be able to do it themselves.
I'm welding!
Coming up,
You can't baby or not. You got to make her work.
the builders get some help from an unexpected source.
All right, reinforcements.
Sun rises on day 3, and the day begins with a wake-up call courtesy of the team's Texas Talker.
My uncle was a captain in the Texas Rangers.
Oh.
And he was a homicide detective 30 years and chief of homicide. Company A of the Texas Rangers, it was Charlie Goodnight that formed the Rangers way back in the 1860s. When Grand Forks, North Dakota flooded, they're already closed, and we got about 1,500 pounds of brisket. I just grabbed a 16-penny nail laying on the ground. We hammered it into the tire and drove it 45 miles back to the ranch.
Wow. Come here, Eric, and hear this. That's a good one.
And we was talking about the Grand Forks, North Dakota disaster we had the world's largest pit at. And these people are all living on rocks in their front yard for 2 weeks. They had nothing. 300 shoulders, 8,500 pounds of ham, 15,000 baked potatoes, 500 gallons of beans.
Hey, Gadget.
Something, you being an engineer, you'd appreciate this because no one's ever heard this part of the story in their life. With the ignition of gases reigniting at 1,100 degrees to pull down the tube with, air vents over 10 feet or so. When we're fishing, almost anything.
Hey,
I got a balsamic vinegar that's just unreal. It's so sweet, I put it in coffee.
They made you that.
Okay.
And he said, we got a lot of gold in Canada. I said, is that right? He said, we got a lot of gold. We can build a 6-foot fence out of solid gold around the state of Texas. He said, well, I'll tell you what, you go ahead and build your little fence. If we like it, we'll buy it. Well, I got up to the front where you're not supposed to carry pocket knives or anything else like that. What happened, he opened the bag and pulled out a 2-foot scimitar knife. He said, not only no, but heck no, you ain't getting on the plane with that. Hey, where'd everybody go? That's the end of the story. Pick a subject.
I got to get my welding helmet. I'm going to weld a lot today. A few of my pictures. My daughter and I, she's 15 years old. She's giving me the Go Mom sign. And these are some of my students. And there's me right there. I've been missing teaching my welding classes a lot since I've been working so much here at the shop. So I was telling Frank, maybe since I can't get to my students, they could come to me. I want you to meet LA's Trade Tech's finest, some of my students.
Good. All right, reinforcements.
Yeah. You want to drop it in the middle? Cool. Take it and put it on the other side.
That's a good machine.
This is the top of the barbecue pit. John and Nicole and myself, we're gonna weld it up. I think there's a little artistry to learning how to flip a helmet. It's timing. Because if you strike the arc prior to your helmet coming down, then you flash burn your eyes. No timing, you burn your eyes. Can you flip? He's a flipper. MIG arc welding is 10 times bright as the sun. So this filtered lens protects your eyes.
You say 10 times?
10 times. Actually, when you gas tungsten arc weld, it's 20 times brighter than the sun.
With a crew of hungry students on the job, David finally picks up a welding torch.
Hey, Gadget, I'm welding. Welding charcoal. Preheating the oven, that's what we're doing here. Get a little bit of that magic apple wood in there. Apple smoked shrimp. Boy, those are some big shrimp. It should have like 5 flavors that explode in your mouth when you bite into it. You'll taste probably taste the bacon first, then the shrimp, and the crab, and the chicken. And then the teriyaki will hit you, so you're catching waves of flavor. That's what makes it so unique, is that you're having 5 or 6 different flavors shooting around, ricocheting in your mouth, and it's really fascinating.
Go on and weld that, and then we'll grind it off. Okay. Weld those plates in. Oh, Stella, you look like you ain't working. Make her sweat. She's gonna sweat. They have to sweat in class. Make her sweat.
Hey, we're working with heavy machinery.
You can't baby her now. You got to make her work. I work. I ain't nice at work.
My name is Stella, and I've known Lisa for about 2 years. Yeah. She was like the inspiration that made me go to Trade Tech, because she was a woman there, and when I saw her, I knew that was the right school for me, I didn't know whether I wanted to take welding, but when I saw her, it gave me like inspiration,
Let me see if I'm gonna claim you, Bobby. Let me see what kind of welds you're making.
The students and crew pull together to do some serious fabricating.
Oh, you sweating. You doing good. Did you sweat a little bit? Nice job, Nicole.
You want to feel how wet my cap is?
Wet, okay, that means you're working like you're at school.
I was working on the ends of the legs right here, grinding them down, making them pretty nice and shiny so they look fabricated instead of welded. Place it on your body so you have more control. After I'm done, I knock the edge off with it perpendicular.
Should I claim you? Let's see what kind of good welds you're putting on here. Oh, they look pretty good to me.
My name's John Guzman. I've been welding for about 5 years.
Make OT's proud. Yeah.
I'm helping just re-weld this grill here. It needs to be strong enough to hold a lot of heat, so the welds have to be thick.
Okay, Kevin, what you got going on over here?
I'm gonna weld the inside first. That way I don't blow any holes through the metal. And it comes out nice and flat. We don't have to do too much grinding.
It's great having these kids here because it's really helping us catch up. All right. We've already got the outriggers on. The charcoal bins are already complete, and they're almost done with the grill, and it's still early, so we're gonna try and figure out what else to do. We're getting pretty close on this, and this is good.
I'll be in trouble.
The students get high marks as the frame fits perfectly.
Just center it. We're gonna tack this in, and we're gonna clamp the sides, and that'll pull it all together, and then we can head over there and get the charcoal pans in.
I'm lasting all this.
This gap between charcoal pans is a key part of the pit. It will be a cooler safety zone for the grill master, who will be standing on the grill while cooking.
My students are crazy. Kind of fun hanging out with them today. At the college, I don't giggle as much. I'm a little stern, and they don't always like me. And today I feel love. I'm biased today. They got A's all the way.
I figured Martino's Bakery could make me a big hot dog bun. They can make everything. So I went in there and asked for a 12-foot hot dog bun. They said no, and I asked why. And they said, well, their ovens weren't big enough. So we came up with this idea of making it in pieces. And they let me help them make it.
Now I have to start to scale all the ingredients. First is bread flour. Next up is milk. This is 4 ounces of sugar.
4 ounces of sugar.
This will give a color. And,
oh, really? I'll give color to it.
Salt. Next is the yeast.
Yeast.
This will make faster.
Oh, here's the mixer.
Right.
Whoa, there you go.
There you go. First.
Ah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Did you ever wrestle for the WWF? It's kind of martial art.
Yep. Right.
Red food. Yeah. Like a baby's butt. I think I popped my dough there. Look at that. How long is it gonna take to do now?
35 minutes.
Okay, well, let's go get something to drink.
Sure.
So we're ready?
Ready.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
Just the time.
Baby. Oh, that smells good. 34 3/4 inches. Excellent job. I can work with that.
Oh,
thanks a lot, my friend.
1 piece down, 3 to go. Frank lets the baker get to work on the rest of the bun and rushes back to join the feast.
I just want to say once again, thank you to Lisa students. You guys have put us over the bar. We're ahead of schedule for one of the only times ever. It was a pleasure watching you work, or outstanding work. Thank you. I can't say more than that. You are truly professionals. Now it's time to serve you. Okay, start loading these.
Rub it up, dub. Let's eat.
Whichever one. Thank you. Excellent.
One for me, one for y'all. One for me, one for y'all.
Here we go. Excellent. That's everybody.
Thank you. Okay, good.
Coming up, the barbecue is coming together. But will it measure up with Guinness?
Hey, Frank, I'm sorry we can't open your barbecue, but your ceiling's not high enough.
It's the last day of the build. With Guinness World Records making their official measurements today, the builders begin by cleaning up loose ends, starting with the grill.
The bars were extended out too far. We wanted it nice and straight, so Gadget is just gonna trim it even.
A little purification. The sparks that you see is iron burning. Basically what we're left at the end that slag is just iron oxide. The part that extinguishes and lands as little bubbles is just, it's iron ore, basically. It's gone back to elemental iron. Per day. Steel is an alloy of iron and carbon, but it'll probably burn the carbon out, and it's nothing but iron left over, so it's like little balls of iron with lots of oxygen, so it's closer to iron ore. They're kind of crumbling.
Now that the grill's been prettified, the 450-pound behemoth can slide into place. With the crowning glory of the grill in place, Frank gets down to the important business.
So, how much meat can this thing hold?
Well, between the two of us, that's what, almost 400 pounds, and it's not even moving. I'd be willing to say you could probably spread 1,000 pounds around on here and you wouldn't even notice it. What I'm doing now is I'm marking out for some air holes in here, because we'll need some ventilation to get to the bottom of the pits, as well as keeping Frank and I from getting toasted.
There are two reasons to put the vent holes in the side of the barbecue. One is for additional combustion air for the charcoal, so it would burn more evenly. And the other is that when the heat rises, it would pull cool air through so that where I'm walking wouldn't be as hot.
So what's all this, Gage?
So this is what's going to be the rotisserie. This is a 1/15th horsepower motor. It's turning, I don't know, almost 2,000 RPM, but the speed is reduced down to give us a lot of torque. There's a gear that comes out here, turns another gear on the end of that shaft, turns another gear here, and then out.
Gadget chose a motor that would be strong enough to turn a side of beef. This motor will sit in the rear of the rotisserie housing, running a chain to a sprocket in front. The sprocket then clamps onto the spit, which can handle all the meat the team can load on.
There you have it.
The lid's handle gives Gadget a chance to play with the shop's cool new RMD bender.
This will be the handle for the barbecue. Oh, close enough.
That ought to hold. That rod, this should hold 7,000 pounds per cubic feet.
That's touching your weld right now.
Yeah, it is, huh?
How does a 160-pound guy pick up a 900-pound hunk of steel? Very carefully. The crew struggles to help Gadget flip the lid of the barbecue without flipping theirs.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Hi, don't be scared.
No, it's just pushing me.
Stay on the tube.
Oh, yeah.
Jake, get on the
It's going to push us. Nope.
There we are.
Hold up. Keep going. Right there. Hold on.
That's good.
Got it.
Hey, Gadget, look at that.
And we're almost lined up.
That is one big hibachi.
As cooking time nears, Frank meets Gadget at the local fire department to see how charcoal's made. Hey, where else can you play with fire under the supervision of professionals?
So right now, you're going to show me how to make charcoal out of wood.
Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to set this on fire. We're going to let it burn for a while until the wood loses some of the lighter resins, and it'll get down to just being the carbon.
Okay, well, let's start it.
Okay.
Like on the street corner in Chicago.
Yeah.
So it's not like the coals in the coal mine or anything like that?
Yeah, it's almost the same kind of carbon. It's denser.
Yeah, but my eyes are burning.
Yeah.
It makes me cry.
In its most basic form, you just basically... Well, that sucker's getting hot quick.
Yeah.
Fire's so fascinating.
It is.
The smoke you see is tree sap and hydrocarbons that interfere with the cooking process. Charcoal is what you get after these compounds evaporate at about 300 degrees Fahrenheit, but before the wood's carbon burns off.
So here goes.
The carbon that makes up charcoal can burn smokelessly for hours.
You still hear it. So this is our charcoal right here.
Yeah. That's it. You just crumble apart like that. That's just left with nothing but the carbon.
The barbecue is a kind of a tradition at the fire station. The guys all like to, of course, in the summer. It's just like being at home.
Our barbecue measures about 8 feet front to back and is 12 feet end to end.
That's gonna put out a lot of heat, barbecue that size. Better have the proper protective gear, gloves, maybe even some turnouts, possibly.
I'm getting a fire suit.
Are you gonna get a fire suit?
Yeah, both me and him.
You're gonna need it. You're definitely gonna need it.
The heat of a 20-foot-long grill is gonna be intense. I'm talking big heat. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna get suited up in the ultimate chef's apron. That should help. First rule of barbecuing, don't set yourself on fire. So fire guy, what do you make here? What do you do?
Well, we make fire protection safety equipment for high-risk occupations.
Yeah, I want to have some protection. I don't want to get caught on fire. I don't want to burn or anything like that. So what you got?
A proximity suit. It is a suit that's made out of highly reflective material. It's designed to reflect radiant heat. This is the type of material we're talking about. Very shiny, very reflective. This is all Kevlar lined.
How is this different from what a race car driver would wear?
The race car guys are trying to protect themselves from actually being in the fire. So they're going to wear fire retardant material that's going to give them time in the fire.
Do they come in black?
I can make them in black,
They
yeah.
can be like a ninja.
Yeah.
Fireproof ninja. Where's a fire right now? Who would last longer?
In the fire, I think I'm going to beat you.
What if it's near the fire?
You got the advantage. Why don't you go ahead and put your finger in there?
Okay. Oh, what are you doing?
We're going to let you put your finger inside and see just how hot it gets and how quick it works.
Ah!
Doesn't last too long, does it?
No, that hurt. What are you, crazy?
Let me show you what happens when we start adding some material to it. See a difference. What's happening is you're getting a lot of air trapped inside. Okay, air is a very good insulator.
That's pretty cool.
If I took this blowtorch and stood here, you could sit there all day on me.
Oh, right.
Okay, but now if I brought it up close to you.
Okay, I get the point.
This is about 800-900 degrees. We're cutting through the seat belts.
Wow.
Like hot butter.
Holy cow.
Okay, you want to grab it?
You know what? I'm sold. What are you, crazy?
Okay, what we're doing now is we're cutting out some hinge pieces for the barbecue.
Gadget has designed a stop for the hinge, which will catch the lid just behind its center of gravity.
Voila!
When we open up the lid, this hinge will also act like a stop. So therefore, because this lid is about 900 pounds, so we wouldn't want to get it too far over and tip. So the hinges control the top and also acts as a stop. We can't even budge that thing.
Problem, Frank! I can't get the damn food out! My burger's burning, Frank! Hey, Frank! Look outside, buddy! There he is. I didn't want to interrupt you, man, but you're interrupting me! Bro, look! That's how high it's gonna be. We're gonna put the legs on right now and it'll be done.
Let's walk under.
Works top. We need 2 little cap ends.
These legs fit into cap ends, so they can come off when it's time to transport the cue. They angle outward, giving A-frame stability to the mammoth pit.
We're gonna get this other one lined up. Lisa's gonna start welding that. And we're gonna put these bottom braces on, then we can let it hang in the air. We'll have to figure out how we're gonna open it. I don't think our forklift goes high enough to open it.
Hey, I'm telling you guys, I've been all over the world. I build barbecue pits for a living. This is definitely the tallest and the biggest barbecue grill in the world.
Well, even though we're having a great build, finishing on time, things are coming in record time, actually. We're not able to open up the top of the grill. What happens is we put the legs on, the ceiling's too short, and our forklift's not tall enough to lift it up.
We can't open that in here.
Okay.
Going up.
Not willing to wait, the crew props the lid open so they can give the grill a baptism by fire.
Hey, Frank, Frank, I'm sorry we can't open your barbecue, but your ceiling's not high enough. Everybody clear? Clear? Yeah.
Applewood smoke gadget.
Jeez, trying to hurt me?
So cool.
There you have it. Fire!
Yes!
We have a barbecue.
All right, guys, hickory smoked cigars.
Oh, I'm coming down for that.
Hickory smoked cigar. Nice.
Very nice job.
Good job.
All right. Real pleasure.
The grill gets raves from David, but will it be big enough for Guinness? They'll find out soon. An official Guinness researcher is on his way to the shop.
If it can't be done, you just didn't meet Gadget.
The time has come. The Guinness World Records official representative, Stuart Claxton, descends on the shop.
All right, that reads 20 feet, 2 1/4 inches. That's exactly 8 feet.
8 feet?
Yep. 15 feet, 4 inches, Frank.
Stuart will bring the measurements back to the office and call Frank with the results. When Big comes back, the team finds out whether their creation will go down in the record books.
I love hot dog, but I've never had one like that.
Really? Hey, thanks a lot, Stuart. I appreciate it. All right. That was Stuart over at Guinness World Records, and he just informed me that we set a record again for the world's largest barbecue. That's if it works. So I'm not going to tell the guys about it until we cook something up on that grill. And it's perfect timing, because right now I'm heading over to a fireman's family picnic, and I'm going to give those guys a feast that they'll never forget. Oh, this is going to be a good one.
Looks good. Looks like a barbecue.
Big rock! Today is our 43rd annual fireman's picnic.
What do you think of that grill?
That thing is great. That's a fireman's dream right there.
This beast will swallow 660 pounds of charcoal before it's ready to light.
I know it's my day to face the great black beast called barbecue.
The Baron of Barbecue prepares a farewell feast for the builders, and it's a doozy.
Good eats.
Oh, man!
Oh, yeah. This is what you call slow pig. He shouldn't have been in the road.
Got my gloves?
Yes. Ready?
I'm ready.
The torch is passed. And Frank will do the honor of lighting the fire for this Olympic-sized feast. Suited up for action, Gadget rises to the challenge's grill master. As the coals get going, Gadget gets comfortable in his fire suit and tests the safety lane on the grill.
Hot up there.
Meanwhile, Frank supervises delivery of his 9-foot, 280-pound baby.
Ah! I made that myself. That's it. 180 pounds. This dog is one of the biggest hot dogs in the world. I am proud of this dog. Okay, here we go. Bring it up. Easy. Beautiful. Yeah.
Papa Cantella's kicks in some cocktail weenies to add to the festivities.
Do you like hot dogs?
I love hot dogs, but I've never had one like that.
This big dog requires a specially fabricated gurney just to get it to the grill.
How's it looking?
It's a big dog.
As the crowd's anticipation grows, Gadget's feeling the heat. The coals at his feet are burning at about 500 degrees.
You know your eyes burn when you're standing next to the barbecue? Try standing on it. It's hot. It's really hot up here. Might be time to turn that dog already.
It's just a little teeny piece of dog.
Eating time.
The Uber bun is assembled from 4 parts and prepared for filling.
Okay, has anyone ever seen a hot dog this big? No! Who'd like to see some mustard and ketchup on it? Yeah! Who wants to help me? Yeah, all right. I just talked to the Guinness World Record people this morning, and they told me that since we successfully barbecued on that grill, we now hold the record for the world's largest barbecue! Yeah! Time to start eating! Where's the world's biggest barbecue?
So that's how it happened, folks. On a beautiful summer day, surrounded by a crowd of well-fed picnickers, Frank and his team went down in the record books for their creation, the world's biggest barbecue.
I think we handled it.
All right, we're
making applications soon for new firefighters, so you could be riding on Fire Engine 72.
What?